Here are more questions that the clients might ask. How often do I need to come in? And you can explain to them this all depends on if they want to come in for more relaxation, for more like maintenance massage, so maybe once a month or once every 6 weeks or around there. But if they are having constant pain or chronic pain, maybe even try once a week to start with, or maybe even twice a week to start with. But eventually your goal is to kind of limit them some, so you don't want them to be addicted to it. It would be nice, I mean, for money wise, but in the long run you want them to respect you, and if they are getting better, so maybe even go once every 2 weeks or something. Then do you sense in your lotions and oils? So you can explain to them about that. Just make sure you have unscented things too, just to make sure. What types of herbs are good for me? Just got to be careful with this kind of question, because we're not nutritionists, unless you do have a background in that, or a herbalist. But again, it all depends on the rules and regulations for the city and state, so make sure you check on those things too. What kind of laundry detergent do you use for your sheets? Try to use things that are more hyperallergenic if possible. And I even had one client in the past that brought their own sheets, and I knocked a few dollars off their treatment each time, just because it saved me on doing laundry, and they knew they weren't going to break out because they broke out for most everything. What types of discounts or specials do you have? Again, you can explain to them about the first-time clients, or even like Mother's Day, Father's Day, or if you have certain coupons in newspapers every now and then. What are there's side effects with massage? Side effects with massage, you can explain to them that they can be dehydrated afterwards. That's why they need to drink a lot of water. They can possibly bruise. They can possibly develop headaches afterwards. They can feel nauseous afterwards too. But some people do not believe in saying the side effects, because sometimes they put thoughts in the client's head. But I just like to tell them just to make sure, because let's say they felt like crap the next day, they may never ever get a massage again too, so be aware of that. Would you barter your services? So you're going to run into people that have specialties, so be careful with that too, so just be careful. Do you have a place to freshen up after the massage? Some people even have a robe so you can go relax afterwards, especially spas, salons do. Could you donate a massage to silent auction we were having for a friend? I myself, the only way I did this was I made two recommendations. If it was for a kid that was sick, or some kind of disease they had, or if it was a school like for sports, then those are only two things, and I had to stick by that then, no matter what. Why did you decide to become a massage therapist? Make sure you find out the reason why you really want to become a massage therapist. For myself, it's because of my mom, and she has fibromyalgia, and she eventually talked me into being a massage therapist, and you eventually have to listen to your mom. Is it okay to get a massage while I'm pregnant? The only thing with that is just be careful of the first trimester, because that's the most risky. Even though we're not going to cause anything, you don't want to be responsible or even thought of why they had a miscarriage, because I think it's like 30% chance of a miscarriage in the first trimester, and second and third is a lot safer. But most pregnant women don't have their first appointment until maybe 10 weeks into the actual pregnancy. So, I mean, the 12 weeks is the first trimester anyways. Is it okay to get a massage if I have a cold? The belief behind that is probably not, especially if they're in the early stages. It might help push it through faster, but usually the next day they're going to feel like crap. But when they're almost done with receiving the cold, then it might help push it out a little bit faster too. Do you believe in chiropractors? Be careful of this, because let's say if you don't believe in chiropractors, and then you have a client that really believes in them, and you mention that to them, and especially if it's a small town, word can get out, and it's just a little bit more friction. So just leave it up to the client what they want to believe with that. Have you ever had a client fart on the table? I've had this happen many times, but probably not the best opportunity to say to the client that, yes, this happened, or, again, it's your kind of belief. because when it actually happens, the client usually feels embarrassed, and I'll tell them that's the highest compliment, just to get a little chuckle out of them so they can feel a little bit more at ease. Do people fall asleep while they get a massage? You can say yes to that. Sometimes they snore, drool. Will my hair be messed up after the massage? And I always make the joke, if your hair's messed up after the massage, you know you had a great massage then. But you can always ask them too if they even want their hair messed up or not. Should I stop taking my prescription medication? Never say anything about that. Just because if they're under a doctor's care, do not say anything about that. That's all I got to say. What is this lump I have? Never diagnose anything with that either. Tell them if it ever gets bigger, have them get checked out by a doctor, and if in doubt, to get it checked out by a doctor too, just to save yourself. Do guys ever get an erection on the table? I've had this asked before, and just say it can be a natural thing, just because the blood flow, and they say guys have many erections during the night, so it's a common thing, and it's not necessarily always sexual either. Will my insurance company cover my massages? You would have to get permission from the client to speak with the insurance company, and usually for car insurance companies, that's the biggest way to get reimbursed. How many massages can you give in a day? That's a pretty legitimate question, and I myself, like 6 to 7 1 hours a day that I usually averaged when I was in full practice. Do clients ever drool or snore on the table I receive a massage? You can say yes to that, of course. Can you explain that news article I saw about massage in the last week's paper? Make sure you're up on all the news and kind of things that you heard about massage. So subscribe to newspapers, magazines, those kind of things, just to stay in the loop. Do you think I have a problem in my arch? Just be careful with that, so you don't want to diagnose things. And would you be willing to give a free demonstration to my association I belong to? And it all depends on how much time you have with this too, and if you think it would be beneficial for you in the long run for getting more clients. And sometimes you can give out like little coupons, but have them coded so you know if that was actually beneficial for you then. So that ends part 2 of what clients might ask you.